Welcome back. It's Dr. Jenny from the block. And if you're new to my channel, welcome. And if you're returning, thank you. So today's video is, this video is primarily for mental health clinicians, but it can be for everybody. And today I wanted to talk about how therapists are not robots. So the idea from this has come from several conversations, including a comment that was made to me by a person maybe a year ago, and it's just stuck with me. So I was talking to someone and they were like, well, therapists are like robots anyways, you guys don't have emotions. And I was super offended. And then that made me think about, like, how do people think about mental health professionals, and how do mental health professionals think about themselves? So I wanted to just give a couple of notes from my own mind to share with you all regarding just some things I think to think about and to remember as A, you engage as a mental health therapist, and B, those who engage with us to kind of remember. So I think the first thing that I want to mention is that we cannot separate our lived experiences from our work. And what that means is who I am in the world and how the world treats me, positions me, etc. will play a role in the therapeutic relationship with clients. I cannot undo being a Black woman. I cannot undo those experiences of living in this country under certain contexts. And that doesn't mean that I'm sitting there like berating clients or bringing up my experiences, but it means the way that I was raised, the values that I have, the beliefs that I have, will always influence how I perceive the client, how I perceive the work, and how I engage with people. Now, obviously, if my own identities or things are getting in the way of the therapeutic work, then I need to take a step back, seek some consultation, some support, and then figure out the next best steps that I'm not harming the client. Sorry guys, works today. But I think that's really important, because oftentimes certain programs and training sites believe that you should go into this work as a blank slate. And we humans are not blank slates. We operate and move throughout the world in ways that make sense to us. So that's just something I want to share with you all, that you don't have to be somebody else to do this therapy work. And really, when you are your full, authentic self, that makes a world of difference in the work with the client. And how I view it is, if I show up as who I am and the client doesn't want to work with me, that's okay. I don't have to be for everybody, and everybody doesn't have to be for me. So let that marinate. Next, this is for clients. We have feelings as therapists, and I'm really good at, like, if a client hurts my feelings or is saying something that really dehumanizes me, disrespects my humanity, I'm gonna let you know about it. So if you're seeking therapy, please do not think that you can just say whatever to your therapist without them having some form of reaction. I've definitely had some tense moments with less than a handful of clients where I've had to let them know, like, nah, that's disrespectful, that won't be tolerated. And if this is something that you cannot work around, then we can talk about referring you to another resource so that they can get the care that they need. But I see this, and I have also done this as well, as where I sacrifice my humanity for the welfare of the client. And that's not what the therapy process is about. Our clients should not be stepping on us in order to elevate themselves. And it's really up to us clinicians to hold those boundaries and to check our clients when they are being hurtful or they're denigrating us. You deserve respect. Clients, we respect you. Please respect us as clinicians. Thank you. Another thing, overfunctioning. Overfunctioning ain't it. I think especially with the pandemic, I'm seeing so many clinicians like pushing themselves beyond their normative threshold and really straining and stressing themselves out. Overfunctioning will not help you keep your job. My current situation with my employment is, like, right now people are getting pay cuts, laid off, etc. And what I've really reflected on is, it doesn't matter if I work 100 times harder. If you're not working for yourself, and for example, you're working for another practice or you're working for an entity, people can let you go. And I've learned that I'm gonna maintain my own self-care, because self-preservation is key, it's revolutionary, and without that, we won't do quality work, and we're honestly gonna stress ourselves out. So I am a big proponent of not over-functioning for the sake of over-functioning. I think it's a mindset that we really have to get into, that you don't have anything to prove. As long as you show up, do the work, be respectful, be responsive, and just keep it pushing, it's good enough. I think people think that we have to be super people and save our clients, and no, we don't save our clients. Our clients save themselves. So I think, and I guess that was segueing into another point I wanted to make. I've heard clinicians say this before, like, we save people. No, we don't. We teach people the skills that they need to save themselves, to take care of themselves, because long after the therapeutic relationship is over, that person is going to be responsible for maintaining their own well-being. And clients, this is for y'all too. I feel that maybe, not maybe, clinicians approach this work differently, but I know when I'm stepping into the room working with somebody, my goal is to give you the tools to be able to not only take care of yourself, but maybe teach those skills to the next person, so that this is something that keeps on giving and giving, so that you can be somebody else's light. I don't ever want clients to feel like they are helpless, and you may feel that way, but hopefully after our work that you feel empowered, that you feel motivated, and that you understand that suffering will happen, difficult times will come, but that you feel prepared to take care of yourself and just flourish, because at the end of the day, that's what we want. So therapists, please don't overfunction. Please don't take on this savior complex. You're not saving anybody. You're helping people, but you're not saving anybody. And clients, please know that we want you to be empowered, that we want you to thrive and be able to maintain those behaviors or reach those goals that you've set out to accomplish. Ooh, one more thing before I forget. Self-care. I said it earlier, but I'm gonna say it again. Self-care. Take care of yourself. And self-care means more than 2 sick days per year, okay? Use that time, use that PTO, use whatever time you have for when you need it. I've been seeing posts, I love the memes where people are like, yo, use that PTO. So please take care of yourselves, because us as mental health clinicians, we give so much to our work. Our work literally involves our emotional connection to the client. It involves the cognitive connection to the client, logistical connections to the client. And it's very energy draining. It's very meaningful but difficult work that we do. And I just want to preach self-care, because we need you out here. Everything's crazy in the world. Some could argue it's always been crazy, and people are needing us right now. And I think for us to show up as our best selves, we need to remember that rest is key. Self-care is key for our own well-being first and foremost, and then for us to be able to care for others. So, all right, that was my last point about that. But yeah, this video was meant to be brief and short. This was just this little rant that I had in my mind that I wanted to share with you all today. Per usual, drop comments. I love when you guys share your thoughts. This video is definitely my own opinions. Other clinicians will feel other ways, and that's okay. So if you're a clinician or a client or whatever, drop your comments, ask me questions, give me feedback, whatever floats your boat. But I just want to thank you all for tuning in for another video. And if you haven't already, please follow me at Dr. Jenny from the Block on Instagram. Also, if you haven't already, please like and subscribe and turn on that notification bell so you can be notified when I'm dropping them gems. All right, now I'll catch you guys on the next episode of Dr. Jenny from the Block. Bye.